Hydra. Yeah. Snake. And there would be poison and such, I guess. No, it's not really what I'm looking for. How about bear? Health. Physical damage, pretty good. I'm not sure what that is. That's an obelisk. That's a boar. And that's a tree. I was about to say that looks like a dog. It is a dog. Add the resistance. Reduce stun duration. Well, that's pretty good, I suppose. But there must be something better. At least for now. Leviathan. Abomination. The Dying God. Revenant. Fear of Heavens. Ion Hourglass. Vulture. Defensive ability. Jackal. Rat. Poison damage. Imp. Tsunami. Gallows. I want something with damage. Requires an axe. That requires an axe. Because a sword, does it require... Does it matter? Like... a two-handed axe, for example? Can't even spec in it, I believe. Bleeding damage. No, I think we are going for let's see, where is it? Not unknown soldier, not this. Not that, and not that. No. We had it somewhere around here. It's not that. Do we have something that just requires a two-hander? %50% of all damage. Here we go. Requires a 200 melee or a 200 range weapons. Now this is more like it. 70% of all damage. Because let's say that's a start. Into requirement. So we need 5 green. And 5 blue. Because if we'll spend a point here. Now we need 3 more points here. Okay, let's see. Let's go for this one then. Oops. Well, the fox required 4 more. This one is not too bad. Oh, fox. So once we finish fox, we should be getting 5 points. And if we go for this one, yeah, damn, we're gonna get 3 points then only. I will find a way. Now let's get out of here. You travel through Smuggler's Pass. Seek a way to Homestead, I think it said. Crimson Bane. Outlaw Retribution. Okay, well, we're closing in then. Detonation site. I think we have 2 dynamite. Withering Fields. Is that closer to Homestead? Yeah, it is. I don't really want to stand in that. There we go. Well, how are we going to expect to get food from these people? All the fields are ruined. I think we are... I think we made it. Homestead. Oh wait, what? Yeah, it's overrun. Yeah, I noticed.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Well, it might be overrun, but it isn't destroyed at least. So the epic heavy boots are worse than the rare boots in terms of armor. Yeah, let's go with it. And then we got a ground stomp. Black Legion scouting report. We need to find the merchants. Oh wait, it's the Inquisitor's Creed, 7th entry.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I wanted to know what happened to that guy.
Put it to good use.
Okay, let's read it. Okay, let's see. Inquisitor's Creed Entry 7. And we haven't missed a single one. Much time has passed since my last entry. Following my escape from Krieg's laboratory, I have raced against time and lost. Passed through darkness and flame and witnessed the ruin of the world as I knew it. Even as I assumed key figures in the capital were likely to be possessed by the entities we now call ethereals, I reasoned that it was only with support from within the capital that we could hope to thwart them. Any action that began outside the capital could be spun into political rebellion and crushed with the Empire's own forces before the truth could be exposed. Thus, I cast the dice and raced towards the heart of Arulan, trying to conceal myself as best I could. Upon my arrival, I proceeded cautiously, booking a room at a squalid inn near the west gates in an effort to keep my arrival secret. Initially, I sought out an old acquaintances, assuming if I could detect some changes in personality or behavior, he might reveal possession. A few awkward reunions made it painfully obvious that years on the road carrying out my duties as an inquisitor had left me out of touch and unable to discern whenever any change were the results of possession, or just a passage of time and faded memories. The only gamble left then was to report back to the citadel of the Luminari and see what came of it. I never made it there. Waiting until the sunlight dwindled and crowds thinned in the streets below, I rose to leave, but I was quite startled to see that a shadowy figure had somewhat silently breached my room, evading all of the wards set against intruders. This is how I came into cooperation with the First Blade. So wait, is he here? Is that him?
So much death. No end in sight.
Are you the one? Yeah, it is. Yeah, if you have something to say, make it quick. How did you escape from Warren Creek's lab? As an Inquisitor, I had access to many occult artifacts and relics that had come into the safekeepings of the Luminari. Some that were deemed more being than occasionally lent out to veterans Inquisitors, and I have used them to great advantage. Krieg underestimated that. Could I have access to some of these? These aren't toys we just hand out to everybody. They are powerful artifacts that have been handled carefully. Besides, they are now irreplaceable as the Vault of Luminari has fallen into the hands of our enemies. I can only hope that the Ethereals never discern the power of some of the more potent objects within the vault, or are at least wise enough to not use them. In any case, I'm afraid the answer is no. Do you have more questions? That we know, it was explained in the first or second journal, so no. Well, we found him at least. It's a nice sword. Eighth entry. It was known that anyone insignificant who formatted this content or posed a real threat to the rule of the Emperor might be visited by the First Blade. I had never steered such controversy, but I always imagined if such an encounter took place, I could put up a respectable fight. I never got the chance. Taken unawares, I was disarmed before I even knew what was happening. Had he sought my death, I would not have even witnessed the killing stroke fall. However, he seemed more interested in answers instead, and in turn provided me with an account of his own events that confirmed my worst fears. The First Blade revealed that only days prior he had been forced to turn his knives on the Emperor himself by his own command. Despite the myriad safeguards protecting the Emperor, both Monday and Arcane, he had become host to an ethereal. Through strength of mind, he had disrupted his possessor long enough to summon the First Blade, command his own execution, and charge the assassin with ensuring that his son, the young prince, survived to reclaim the throne. His last commands issued, the Emperor's consciousness slipped once again under the control of the Ethereal, and a desperate battle ensued. The First Blade reported that he believed the Emperor and the Ethereal within him slain. but given his inexperience with the entity, could not say anything for certain. He relied that he had secretly taken the prince and put him into the hiding, but declined to elaborate. The first blade said he intended to retire his imperial title and had chosen the name Ulgrim. Oh, look at that. So, okay. He never told me that. Which made me curious as to whether it was an intentional reference to the mythical character. A final troubling detail was that no proclamation of the Emperor's passing has been issued. Not only did this demonstrate that Ethereals had sufficient control of the palace to conceal the death, but given that he couldn't hope to hide the Emperor's absence for long, it suggested the next phase of their operation was imminent. I strategized with Ulgrim long into the night, formulating a plan counter Ethereals, but ultimately we agreed that we could not defeat their conspiracy in time. The only course left was gather whatever people and resources we could, go to the ground and weather the coming storm, then find a way to counter the invaders. We agreed that the Black Legion would be our best hope in securing allies, as a conscripted army of criminals, debtors, and political dissidents bound to service. It seemed unlikely that the Ethereals would have any reason to infiltrate them when they could control them indirectly through the military high command. The next step was to discreetly make contact. Well, Grim, you did not mention that. You did not mention that. See, we have more to read.
Welcome to Homestead. We could definitely use more capable hands around here. If you find yourself back out there and run into a smug smartass by the name Ulgrim, tell him he's late, as usual.
Alright, goodbye. We will come back to you, I guess.
Welcome to Homestead.
Oh. Black Legion Scouting Report. The Varieties led to a report of extreme and disturbing ethereal activity to the north of Homestead. I set off to the foothills and made my way through the warren of low stone walls. Stone walls, fences, and occasional farmhouses. I was careful to move in secret and remain undetected from the horrors that still roam the fields, unchecked. I made it to the valley of two hills near the river when I witnessed something I can barely comprehend. An unearthly black pillar that was neither stone nor flesh driving slowly across the land as would a low cloud. A sickly green glow burned at its core and great writhing tendrils hung from somewhere underneath the shifting black shell. I watched in mounting dread as the unholy obelisk slowed and then without warning burrowed the hooks of the dangling tentacles into the ground. The ground began to wither and glow with the same unwholesome green. It was then that the obelisk pulled itself into the ground, with a sound that made me feel as if the earth was dying. It began glowing so bright I could hardly look. Its powers seeped into the ground, twisting and corrupting as it spread. I lingered for nearly an hour in that place, and in that time a great distance around the obelisk had been changed. I was about to leave when the obelisk erupted from the ground and drifted to an untouched patch of land to begin the cycle again. We must act soon or there will be nothing left to save. 6th Regimental Scout of the Black Legion. Renal Oberak. Wish I could move this and make the text a bit bigger. At least for those texts. Wait. But they, hold on. I remember you. And I remember you too. You're the daughter. But we were looking for someone. Oh damn. We forgot that one. Oh damn. Right. Yeah. It's I forgot about his sister. His sister's not here. Well, that is not good. Old Barrow, no, we are looking for Dahlia. Yeah, that will not happen, okay.
These are trying times, but we will persevere.
I come from Devil's Crossing. I was wondering if you could trade for food. I understand your predicament. I truly do, but I'm afraid we are not in a position to help you right now. Frankly, we could use some help ourselves. With the Black Legion hell-bent on destroying every ethereal and Ketonian they see, they've lost sight of the issues plaguing the very people they are trying to protect. What is the problem? After the Grim Dawn, many of our neighbors were forced to abandon their homes and flee here. Together we built Homestead up into the sanctuary, but it came at a loss of countless other farmsteads. When the Black Legion arrived, we were able to recover a few fields, but not nearly enough to feed everyone. Captain Sommer considered that the resources available to be sufficient for her campaign, and had deemed any further efforts to restore the farmland to be secondary to the Legion's missions. I don't see how that is even logic. The Dermaperitons, a vile infestation that plagues this land every few years, are running rampant throughout our lands, devouring all they see and laying their eggs. If you don't act soon, our harvest will be ruined and the land left barren. There are 2 farms just west of here belonging to Elmsworth and Thornsbury, which would be ideal, which would be the ideal next steps in expanding our food production. If you could clear out the egg clusters there along with any Dermaperitons protecting them, then perhaps I can convince the captain to at least assign a guard to the farm and allow our men to work the fields. I'll see to it that you're justly compensated. What do you say? Yeah, sure, I will do it. Right, we need to go back into the mountain depths and find that girl, or I don't know. I'll talk to that guy too, but let's go for that first. Let's go back here. Let's see. We need to return to Old Grim 2. But I think it's better if we go... yeah, let's see. We go here. And that's them. Where did we find the spiders? Is this still locked, by the way? I think it was. It felt like we explored everywhere apart from this bit. How could we miss her? I mean, what if she got eaten? Go this way then. Probably find something to fight. Let's keep an eye on that mini-map. I think there should be some spiders around here somewhere. Wait. Okay, this way. There we go.
Not ready.
Oh, nice one. Girl, are you around there somewhere? There you are, I see you. You're alive? How did we use passer? Wait. Oh. She's dead. Yeah, she did not survive. Well, that's a shame. Back we go. Okay, let's begin with you. She is dead. Yes, she was in the mountain depths. I'm sorry. I had a feeling. Thank you for the information. I'm sorry for your loss.
So how doomed are we?
Yeah, we are pretty screwed. There is no food over there. But I managed to secure our way via the rift gate.
Good work. I can't say I enjoyed my first travel by rift, but it's certainly better than the alternative.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Off you go. Still closed. Let's take everything. Let's wait for talking to the captain. There we go.
I wasn't sure you'd make it, but you pulled through. Those people owe you their lives.
I did what was right.
I wish that was the end of our troubles, but there is a mounting threat on the horizon that threatens to wipe us all out.
What do we do now?
I'm going to check in with Creed here, but I suggest you speak to Captain Sommer. She's the Black Legion officer in charge of this sorry bunch. Look for the grumpy middle-aged hag in black.